What is up, boyos? This is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we're doing something a little bit differently here. With the release of the new EZAs for the Dokkan Festival, Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, transforming to Majin Vegeta, I decided I'm actually going to do my first tier list, and technically, since 2024 is over, not as of this recording, but we shouldn't get any more Dokkan Fest between now and the end of the year. We should get a Carnival or some sort of LR and then a big banner at the end of the year, but I don't see us getting any more units. I decided I'm going to be doing a top 10, for me, best Dokkan Fest TUR list of 2024. And this is going to be, I'm going to put them in a stringent this right now. This is like straight up off the get-go. This top 10 list is specifically in terms of my usages of the units. If I enjoy using them, how well they've done for me personally are the top two criteria, and how I think the unit fits in-game. Again, you guys are probably going to disagree with this list quite a bit, but my personal setup is how this is going to feel here. And this is from my previous experience and how my units are built, how my units are ran. This is not saying my selection is better than anybody else's. But first and foremost, I'm diving right in with the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. To me, he is still a #1 unit in that situation in my eyes, because I haven't had any issues with this man, really. Since there's a total of like 29 or 30 units here, I'm going to add an extra tab down here after I fill in the top 10, and then we'll start filling those in throughout there. But then some of these units can be like 1 and 1A, I can do that too. But right now, I think the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku AGL is still easily one of the top units, especially for Dokkan Fests, because just the amount of damage reduction he starts with, the amount of damage he can do in slot 2 and slot 3 if needed, and just he eats absolutely everything that gets thrown at him, especially in these shorter fights that we have now with these red zones, blue zones, things of that nature. Like, just the amount of damage he can eat and then just keep going for you just really shows to me that he's #1, if not 1, he's 1A. He's right in that category. If you're wondering why Roshi's down here, I don't have him. So I can't give you off any of my takes on him because I don't actually have him as a unit. So right now, #2, in my personal experience, is probably going to be the... not 2, I'm going to say 3. 3 is the Boo because of his damage reduction he gets when he transforms into the Super Boo in the inside of Super Boo. Having that 70% damage reduction just makes him a total wall, in my honest opinion. And he just continues to do so much damage if given enough key spheres. The dude just absolutely eats, and I've used him quite a bit so far since he's launched. It could be biased right now because he's brand new, but he's easily top 5 on my list, but I'm going to give him the #3 spot at this moment, and this is all changeable as I'm going. Me, right now, looking at the list, down here, my #2, I gotta give it to the Vegeta, just because of the fact that he can transform into the Super Saiyan Vegeta, and is just even so much stronger then. Again, this is all off of my personal preference. This is not top 10 for you. This is my personal top 10. If you disagree with the list, that's great, that's awesome. But it's my personal takes from my experience using these units. Vegeta's easily #2 for me, right behind Goku, in terms of just because he eats so much, takes so much damage, and he's just fun to use all around, and he's a good leader of 2 really good teams. #4, this one's going to be very controversial, I can tell you that right now. I like the Goku Black. I've been enjoying this man. I've been a fan of this man since he came out. I think he's really good. His ability to build his defense up through the roof astronomically, and then just continually launch supers and eat attacks as the stage progresses, and then once he transforms, he's even better. Like, I'm pushing 20+ million on him with 3-4 straight super attacks. Like, this man is just absolutely nuts in my opinion, but I actually just changed what I'm going to say because I just thought of one unit that completely passes him. The Ma Jr. I still think Piccolo Jr. is easily #4. I forgot Piccolo Jr. happened, so for a split second there. That is my top 5. Ma Jr. is still fantastic, not only just because of the World Tournament usage, but just because of how well he fits on the Terrifying Conquerors team. He's one of those, he's a go-to unit. He's a unit you know you can bring out, and you know the event's going to go fine. You can get carried by him, is pretty much my way to look at him. He eats well, deals high damage, has an AoE that he can take out the whole enemy team. And he just fits really well. This guy fits really well, but he's missing something, in my opinion. He's really great, but he's missing something. Okay, now 6, this is where I get a little iffy, because I personally think this guy is really, really good. I don't know if he would be 6 7 or 8, because he's in that weird ground right now where like this guy's not useful at all. This God Goku's still really, really decent. The Vegeta that just came out's pretty good, but I'm gonna have to put him down to like 8 or 9. I can't put him any higher than that because he's just mixed. The Slug is pretty good, but I don't feel like I could give him anything yet because he doesn't have a team around him. And in the bit I've used him as a leader, I don't generally build with him. I use him as my rotational, my 3rd slot guy, and he doesn't really fit in. The Boo could easily fit there. I think honestly the Boo can be in front of the Goku. God Goku I think probably fits here or here. Honestly, this could be a pretty decent top 10 for me. They're all pretty good. I specifically give the Goku that number 1. This is my top 10. Like if you were asking me to build the team, this is the top 10 in order I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with this guy as my main leader if I could. And now for my extra units. Alright, so I put in 3 more spots. We're going to go 11, 12, and 13. We're going to add on the uneven 13. And I also put in the mid tab, as in like they're a team I won't ever really use. So for 11 and 12, first off 11, definitely I'm running the Gammas. If you're asking me to run a superheroes team, if I don't have any options to run anything else, I'm definitely taking the Gammas. Next for 12, I'm gonna have to add the Frieza on here because he's kind of pretty clutch to me, to be honest. I thoroughly enjoy that man, and I kind of forgot about this guy. So he's 13. I'm gonna put Hirudegarn up there with Frieza because he's really, really good. I thoroughly enjoy that. Actually, let me move the Frieza up. He fits up here where the Cooler or Slug is. He's in that territory. I thoroughly enjoy the Majin Vegeta, but he's well below this guy here. But with the new Majin Vegeta EZA, I think he could kind of come back into relevance a little bit. And then from there on out, these guys I never use, so they definitely are going there. I don't care for this Path to Power Goku too much. These two need an EZA, so they're definitely in the mid territory. She could probably fit here in tier 13 if I had to. Again, these guys fit down here. Don't use Topo. I could see Topo because of his higher attack stat fitting there. I'm sorry, Celtic Link. You're my brother, but I can't. He's not good enough. He's well in 13 or in the mid territory. Android 21, I thoroughly enjoy, but I can't put her there, so I'm going to have to put her down there in 10. Do I think she's better than these guys? She's better than these two, definitely. So I'm going to have to put her there. Yeah, maybe. Well, let me do something actually really quick. I'm going to swap these two around. My list is always interchanging. I like these guys as a 13 to 20. And let me just do something really fast here. I'm going to do 13 plus here, so anything beyond 13. This is guy in 13, and then these are the rest throughout. I think this Goku can fit more up this spot, more or less. He's going to go in front of them, probably even in front of the Kale. And these guys, I'm going to put D/U as in don't use. I never use these guys. They just sit there for right now. They're absolutely useless to me. But honestly, this is probably a pretty terrible top 10 for a lot of you guys. You probably don't agree with any of this, and that's fine, because it's, again, my personal top 10. It's my personal list of how I deem the units that I use on a daily basis, or on a regular basis, not necessarily daily. But this is how I see the team, how I see the list. In all honesty, like they're the 13 plus, I don't even touch often at all. I don't even think I've touched the Vegeta in a while, other than I just did a live stream going over why he's pretty good again, or he's going to be pretty good again with the new leader skill, or with the new EZA, I'm sorry. The Gammas, you could run them 1 and 2 respectively, as long as you run Gamma 1 as slot 1 when his full damage reduction's up. But they're not in the position where they can just eat hits anymore. 21's still really good. The Topo, I don't care for him. He just hits hard, that's about it. Hirudegarn, I've never been an extreme type unit guy, mainly, and he's just decent, but I don't use him much. And then we got the Slug. I want to use Lord Slug. I enjoy Lord Slug, but I just can't figure out a spot for him. Because he's good for a leader skill, but that's legitimately it. The Frieza's fantastic. I love the Frieza. But I don't have a specific... On my Wicked Bloodline team, I don't have a spot for him. Plain and simple. I don't have a spot for this man at all. And the Vegeta, the only reason I put him so high is because he has no limit, realistically. He could just build up as much as possible. And I thoroughly enjoy running Planet Namek Saga with him on that as the leader skill for it. The Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku is just a beast overall. I actually am going to go back on what I said, putting him back above the God Goku. He is easily, in my opinion, better than God Goku at this point. He can dodge in slot 2 and 3, his damage goes through the roof, and then when you activate his active skill, he completely can destroy an enemy in one attack. So, yeah, he's definitely better. The Buu, the only reason I put Buu so high, I'm actually going to change my mind again. This is probably going to be a little bit decisive for a lot of you. I'm going to think he's better than Buu. Buu is pretty good in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoy the Buu. I really do enjoy using him alongside the Majin Buu. But he's another one of those where I don't have a spot for him. When I run him, he's slot 3. Every time he's slot 3 for me. And I hate that, but he's good, but he's slot 3. I don't have a spot for him. The Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, I just hit my desk and shook the whole thing. The Super Saiyan 3 Rose Goku, or Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black is easily my number 5 unit because of the fact that he links so well with just anybody on a Zamasu team, and just the amount of output of damage he can do and attacks he can eat as long as it's post-super. And even pre-super, really, with a good amount of damage reduction. This man, in my opinion, I enjoy him. I think he's really great. Do I think he's better than the Super Saiyan 3 Goku? That's iffy right now. Honestly, that's really iffy in my head. And I'm looking back over things, and I don't know if I agree that he's better right this second. I don't even know if he's better than Buu or God Goku, but there's just a nostalgia thing, and just the fact of me running him so well and beating a lot of events with him that's making me feel like he fits right here. Junior, Piccolo Jr., I thoroughly enjoy him. I do believe he's still better than the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the Dragon Fist. No question. Buu, I definitely think he's going to last longer than most units because I was actually having a conversation with Celtic Link about this. His domain or hidden active skill, whatever you want to call it, the domain, I think is going to make him last longer in a lot of events than most units nowadays. And his longevity will stay around a lot longer than most units on this list. Like, I can see him still being a top 5, top 10 in a year from now, no question, because of his damage reduction and his longevity. Same with this Goku, and actually same with this Vegeta. The reason I think this Vegeta is number 2 is it's an epic moment in the game. It's an epic moment in all of Dragon Ball, and the unit actually holds up to it. Like, the unit is insanely ridiculous, and I'm talking like post-transformation, post-everything. Like, this is the unit as a whole, not just first turn start stats. I'm talking first unit as a whole. I think the Vegeta is better than the Buu. The only thing that the Buu has over the Vegeta is the domain. That is absolutely it. The domain of that Buu is what makes him kind of clutch. Could put him ahead of the Vegeta, but I'm not going to do that. And then the Super Saiyan 3 AGL Angel Goku, 90% damage reduction turn 1. And he gradually gains damage reduction as the fight goes on, as well as loses it. And the amount of super attacks he can do, damage he can take, and his leader skill is just fantastic. But that is my list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Let me know how much you guys disagree with my list in top 10. If you do disagree, let me know why in the comment section below. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.